Dear friends, it pains me no end to think about the problems that Modi has created for India with China in the long run. We needed a relationship in which we could be friends and partners in the progress of humanity in the coming century. Like we were, both India and China were the world leaders for the past 2000 years, except for the past 200 years. But what Modi has done, he has created a kind of a master and servant relationship between India and China. With India now at the receiving end, and he has sacrificed the lives of 20 Indian soldiers. We are told by their soldier friends that the government has prevented them from taking action. We cannot live as an Indian country, as a nation, in such a situation of humiliation forever. What Modi has to do is to either step down, which I think we have called for a number of days ago, or basically start wearing bangles. He comes from the organization called Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, which is the organization of cowards, and they are the ones who had killed Gandhi, and actually they only brutalize Muslims with their lathis and absolutely nothing else that they can do for India's self-respect. They could not make us into a superpower, economic superpower, and now they have handed over India's territory and lives of soldiers, innocent soldiers who were fighting for India. And now they are sitting there saying, nothing has happened, sir. It's all fine. I'm sorry, it is not all fine. Mr. Modi, you have to go. You must start wearing bangles. Whatever it is, just do not. It is intolerable. We cannot tolerate the situation anymore. India's problems are entirely caused by us and our bad policies. First, Nehru, failed us by adopting socialism, which is the world's worst economic model. That has impoverished us for decades and in fact bankrupted us. When people from Congress try to speak as if they have the interest of the nation at their heart, we should ask them for their performance when they were in power. And then comes this BJP and makes his bold claims about India's traditions. But India's traditions are not to give in, are not to kneel, are not to beg somebody else. We have to stand on our feet, and what he has done today in this last week, he has brought us to our knees in front of China, which is now the unambiguous superpower of Asia. He doesn't have the guts to go and throw some bombs in Chinese territory. When it is Pakistan, he is the first man to go and bomb the place and make big, huge claims. And look at his boldness when he deals with a small, tiny nation like Pakistan. But when it comes to China, he squirms. He is unable to speak coherently. He cannot explain what's happened. He's trying to somehow palm off this whole thing as if it never happened, because, well, his big bombastic claims are only meant for the weak, and his organization RSS is exactly in the same category, always injuring and harming the poorest and the weakest, which is the Muslims of India. This kind of a person, he needs to be taught a lesson by the people of India. We do not want him around, we want him out. And what we need is a completely different political party and a set of leaders that will actually bring India back to the status of Soni Kichiriya with its self-respect in the committee of the world. So with this, I request you, dear friends, to think many, many times if you are a supporter of this man, because he doesn't deserve your support. We as Indians deserve way, way better than what he has provided, what the Congress has provided. It is time to change all these jokers. We need the Swan Bharat Party, the ideology of freedom and capitalism. Thank you.